Hi, everybody. I'm Danielle from Pro World, and I have, of course, my cameraman with me.
Yeah.
We are doing an episode on Pro World Live for what you have all been waiting for, the question and answer segment. So don't disappoint. Bring me your questions. Yell them out for me. Type them in. I'm going to have Sammy in the back here mention to me what they are. Let us know where you're calling in from, where you're joining in from. Let us know how you're doing. As you can see, I have got a variety of items because I have no idea the question that you're going to ask. So I wanted to be somewhat sort of prepared, not really prepared, but we'll see. So start throwing out your questions for me and I will be happy to help you. I didn't even check that we're good.
We are good.
Okay.
Okay. Hello. I can see you all chiming in. All right. Okay, here we go. First question is from C. Cynthia's. Are you still working from home?
We are. Yep, still home. All of our customer service staff is home. We do have a warehouse staff that is picking your orders for you.
Okay, next question is from, I'm going to say Mrs. Rodriguez Hernandez or Mr. I'm sorry, Guillermo, I think. He says, hi, just got the vinyl protective. Do I need any special prep to apply it?
Vinyl protective?
Mm-hmm.
That I don't know. A little bit more information for that one. Vinyl protective, I'm not sure what product you're working with. So, you want to say hello?
And Gigi says hello.
This is pretty much most of her stuff that's in front of you. So she saw me rooting through her room earlier.
Oh, hey, I didn't know you grabbed my pillow.
They are hi from Mays Landing, hey from Bozeman, hey from North Cal. Okay, Renata question says, can you use sublimation on a Yeti power-coated mug?
So sublimation requires a polymer coating. So even though it's powder coated, it's not polymer coated. And that's what the sublimation likes and wants. So you absolutely need to get a mug styled like a Yeti, like this one. And then that will allow you to sublimate onto it. So you absolutely need a coating for sublimation.
Okay. C. Cynthia says, what can I do to keep the picture intact when I press on the satin pillow? Mine have white marks when I ruffle it up.
White marks? That one I don't know about. You can definitely use transfer tape. That's what we always use when pressing onto anything. This is at the kind of that satiny material. I tape it to at least two sides of the pillow so that way it won't move around. There's also adhesive spray that you can use as well. So kind of use those mediums to sort of, when you print your sublimation paper, place it down, tape it off, cover with a nonstick sheet. That will also help kind of not let it move, and then you should be good to go.
Okay. Hello from Delaware. Oh, Guillermo, if I'm saying it right, hopefully said the clear vinyl shield, I guess is what he's talking about. If it's like a plastic protective piece on top of anything.
Oh, well, all vinyl comes with a clear carrier sheet. So maybe that's what we're talking about. So what you would do for any vinyl is you would cut on the dull side and then the shiny side is your carrier side. So when you send that through to your cutter, it will cut your vinyl for you. You remove all the excess and then you just flip that over so you can heat press that onto your garment. And then that shiny carrier sheet is what you peel away when you're all done. So it's just allowing you to take it from the cutter to your heat press and keep everything in the right spot.
Okay. Nicole says, we have a heat press, but many of our clients do not. Is it possible for them to apply designs that we pre-cut for them using their at-home iron? If so, how do they do that in the temperature or pressure?
With vinyl, you absolutely can use a home iron. That's the only product that we sell that will allow you to use a home iron. Everything else does require a commercial heat press. And it depends on the vinyl that you're using. You'll want to check that application under the product page. So for example, Easyweed, if you go to that product page, scroll all the way down and it'll have application instructions, and that will include home iron application instructions for you as well as your heat press instruction. So you'll be able to tell your customers that.
Okay. Hello from Florida. Hello from Buffalo. Okay. Hello, San Diego.
Lots of places all over the place.
Okay, Daniel. Yeah. Okay, question says, can I use Easy Subli on a regular Easyweed on the same shirt and regular Easyweed on the same shirt?
Yes, we did. I didn't have, that one was a sample I sent off. But yes, the Easyweed can go on an underlying layer, and then you can do all the process with your Easy Subli, print, cut, weed, and then mask, and then put it on your shirt. So Easy Subli can absolutely go on top of a standard Easyweed. Any, like your Easyweed Electric, and your Easyweed Stretch can all be great underlayers for your Easy Subli, your glitter, anything that has a kind of texture to it. Those will all be your top layer.
All right. Hi, Nebraska, Minnesota, Texas, East Carolina. Okay, next question is Renata says, can you use the stainless steel no powder coating tumblers?
For sublimation, as long as it says that product is okay for sublimation, then you can absolutely print on it. But it really does have to be designated as a sublimation blank. So that's what you're looking for. Whenever you're looking for products on our website, they're already pre-coded and ready to go. But if you are searching elsewhere for products, just make sure that they are sublimation ready, that they're advertised as a sublimation blank, and that they have a polymer coating to them.
Okay. Cynthia responded also. She was talking about the blue pillow.
This one?
Yes.
What was her initial question? I'm sorry.
What do you do to keep the picture intact and not get the white lines?
So when you're working with sequins, that's the tricky thing with sequins. I don't know if you can, let me move these over here. When you're doing sequins, a sequin bag, and you kind of pull your design, like, so this is all blue, and then when you go all white, depending on how you initially printed the white sequins, that's how they're going to show up. So on darker areas, you are going to see any area that doesn't print. That's normal for sequins. It's how they shift. Sequins are only connected by one little, I don't know if you can you zoom in on that? It's so itty bitty, but they're connected by like one little piece of thread at the very top of the sequin. So as you shift and reverse it, that can shift to the left, shift to the right. So there's really nothing to prevent it. It's just the type of product that it is. So I always like to do, like, especially for this, you can't tell the sequins that have shifted from left to right. So keep your designs big, bold colors, things that are, you know, fading to the white, you can't really see. This part you can't really notice. But I did make a sequin bag that had very thin text and a black background. And it was really difficult to kind of see the design because once you flip that black sequin back and forth, they do move around and they shift. So you are going to notice that with the sequins. That's just the nature of the bag and the style that it is.
Okay. Hello from Maryland, Houston, Michigan. And question, where do you apply the heat resistant tape on the transfers?
So when you're working with sublimation transfers, the heat tape will go on the very edge. So when you're, I don't have tape here, but when you have a design, you'll just tape on either side. Oh yeah, I do have tape. Look at that. But that's okay. I don't have scissors. But if this was your design, like let's say this design was going to go, I don't know, let's say on a face mask. If you're going to put that right in the middle, you would just tape either side or top and bottom, just somewhere where it's going to hold that design. It's really just holding it so it doesn't shift around and move. That's the only reason for the tape. It doesn't, you know, secure the ink or anything. It's just so that it doesn't move or shift when you go to press it.
Okay. Cynthia had a follow-up. She said her sequin pillow just does not keep the picture if I ruffle it up. That's what comes out at the white spots.
Yeah, it's really sensitive as to what kind of picture you print on it. Something super detailed, or even like images of people, it probably won't work out. I would stick with kind of your bold sort of stock images. Like this one was a panda pillow. So, you know, bold areas, big areas of color. That way, when you go to look at the pillow, you won't notice all the little imperfections of where the sequin shifted. You'll just kind of understand that this is all black. You know, this area is all white. This is, you know, the pink area. So your mind kind of fills in those blanks for you rather than trying to figure out what that image is.
Okay. Next question. Lene says, with Easy Subli, do you have to use the mask?
If your design is a big image and all in one piece, you don't need the mask. You can peel it right off that carrier. So for example, if it's a big circle or just a big rectangle or square that you could just easily peel off, place it on your garment, cover with a nonstick sheet, then you are fine. You don't need the mask. But if you're cutting text, things that don't connect, if you have, you know, text at the top and a design at the bottom, those are things that you'll want the mask for because you want it to stay in one piece when you move it over to your shirt. These are great questions, by the way. I'm loving all these questions. Keep them up.
Hi from Florida. Hi from Oklahoma. Also, I did miss one. Hi from oh, no, I didn't miss it. Okay. All right. Stacy asks, which mask do you recommend for pressing the first time?
So it really depends on what you want to press, because we have sublimation masks that are full blank white masks, and then we have cotton masks that can easily accept the screen printed transfers. So if you're not used to masks at all, these are probably the easiest to do because the transfer already comes ready for you and the mask is just cotton. So you would just take the print, place it right on here, and then heat press it. The key for masks is a pillow. That is going to absolutely, without a doubt, help you with pressing the masks. So they all have very thick seams. And when you have thick seams, that gets in the way. So you want your area to be nice, smooth, and even. And that's where those pressing pillows come into play. Just having this kind of lay on the pillow, it will, when you heat press it and push it down, all of these areas, the thick areas, will go into the pillow and make it nice and smooth and even. And that's absolutely what you'll need to make your mask printing effective and successful.
All right. Cynthia's asks, do you sell rhinestones for the tumblers?
We don't have rhinestones that will adhere to a hard surface. All of our rhinestone applications are for garments.
Okay. Joe asks, do you have any examples there of the ceramic cross?
I don't. Do I have it upstairs? I don't think I do. I'm trying to think. I don't. But it is a really nice, it kind of has the tile sort of appearance. It is a little bit thicker than the tile. It is very nice. It is a really nice quality cross. I wish I had it because I printed on it, but that must be in the office because I can't think in my head where it could possibly be here in our house. So, but it is a really nice item, and especially if you're kind of doing it as a gift item or you know, a baptism, a wedding, things like that, or just an inspirational saying, it does make a really a pretty gift item.
Okay. Next question is from Jacqueline. Hold up, I just moved. Okay. Okay. There you go.
Lost the question?
No, I think one of the girls just answered it for me.
Oh, okay.
In the chat. She said, I have a Sublimation printer 800. What is the largest size paper it takes, please?
So an SG 800, same as an SG 1000, can do up to 11 by 17. And then you have to buy the bypass tray, so that way you can do up to a 13 by 19. So on its own, it can do 11 by 17, but with that bypass, you get that 13 by 19.
Yes, one of the girls answered that question in the chat, and I just put it up.
They're
okay.
faster than you.
Yeah, I got questions rolling through. That's why. Okay. Helen asks, I have a StarCraft 8-in-1 heat press with 2 mug presses and 2 tapered presses.
Okay.
What size cups can I press, and can I do tumblers with these?
So it really depends. I'm not familiar with that particular heat press, but most of the time you are able to, based on the size of the heating element, print a large latte style, which is like half the size of this one, and then the large latte and tumblers as well. Usually when you have those 2 heating elements, it's probably very similar to our 3-in-1 mug press, which does allow you to do all of those different types. So it really does depend on what measurement and what that particular model can take. But I can speak for our 3-in-1 and say that the 3-in-1 mug press, the standard heating element, can do the 11-ounce and the 15-ounce standard mug, which is this style, standard mug. And then your tapered heating element, there's a small latte, and then there's a larger latte that can do, the larger latte can do this one, and then it can also do those tumblers that are tapered just like that. So you'll most likely, with that particular model press, be able to do all the different styles as well.
Okay. Question from Uprise Barbecue, who says, how do you know what temperatures to use for different types of material?
So your temperature and your application will come from the actual product itself that you're printing, not necessarily your fabric. So if you're doing vinyl or a screen printed transfer, something, a stock transfer that we have, all of those applications are listed on the website based on the type of product that you're doing. That's the instruction that you'll follow. It doesn't matter if you're printing on cotton, a cotton poly blend, a polyester, that part doesn't matter. You're always going to stick with the application instruction for the product that's listed. And especially for sublimation, each sublimation item has its own setting. So check in on the website, go to that particular product, and then it will let you know what the application instructions are.
Okay. Chrissy says, do polymer coatings come in another color besides white?
They come in clear coats. That's how you get the different color surfaces that you print on. Babe, do you know do we have the water bottle, the glitter water bottle in there? The seafoam one? I think that's the only I think that's the only thing I can think of that's coated. But basically the mug itself is colored, and then they put a clear coat of polymer on top. So you're actually printing onto the clear coat, and that's what's going to, nope, that's not it.
Yeah,
he's trying to give me something that's not even sublimation ready.
It's somewhere, I don't know.
That's all right. But it's not necessarily that it's a colored coating, it's a clear coat on a colored item. But then, so just so that we're clear, anything that's white then within your design will now become the color that your mug or your water bottle is.
Okay.
And you probably lost a couple of questions that I made you get up.
Sorry, I'm catching up. Kimberly says, any plans of getting skinny sublimation tumblers?
Yes. December, I believe, is when they are scheduled to come in. So I cannot wait. As soon as they come in, we'll be testing them, making sure that they are A-okay, and then we'll put them up on the website as soon as we can. But yes, skinny ones, and I believe skinny ones with straws, and I think that that's it for the tumbler styles.
Good. Sorry. Cliff says, yeah, it is went up. Cliff says, do you plan on getting into toner or white toner applications anytime?
You know, that's a really good question. We did test white toner printers way back when they first came out. They are a bit pickier and a bit temperamental. We have yet to try them again. I've heard that they have made a lot of advances in the printers and the white toner and made it a little bit easier to work with. So if that's the case, we do have a couple of manufacturers that we work with that we could definitely potentially get those in to test again. But as of right now, there's that's not on the horizon just yet, but we can definitely look into it.
Okay. He also says he wishes that you still got the red fish with the purchases.
You haven't been getting the Swedish fish? You absolutely should be getting a Swedish fish with every package. That I don't think we definitely didn't stop it unless there's reasons for the COVID, but I can't imagine that would have stopped.
Yeah.
But no, you absolutely should be getting a Swedish fish with all of your orders. It is something that our CEO sends out. That is his favorite candy. So yeah, you should be getting those. So sorry if they swim away on the way to you, but you should be getting them. Yes.
Okay. Ramon says, if I buy a tapered tumbler or latte mug from you guys, does it come with a template I can download?
All of the templates are on our website. So yes, when you go to that product page, at the very top where it tells you the pricing of the product and the description, it will say that download the template. And for any product that we have a template for, it will be listed right there above the description.
Okay. Kimberly asks, Ocasio. I'm just going to make sure because there are multiple Kimberlys here. She says, can you use HTV on sublimation face masks?
HTV, absolutely. I don't have, it's the one mask. I don't know where it is. I bet you it's in my purse.
I bet you it's in your car.
I have them everywhere now. But yes, you absolutely can put vinyl because it's polyester and vinyl can absolutely adhere to polyester. There is no problem whatsoever with that. So yes, vinyl everything.
Okay. Mr. Fish ate you. It's funny. Says, is it possible to tile two sublimation prints together made from one image and not show the lines? Are there any techniques?
It's really trial and error for that. Yes, it can absolutely be done. There are different methods and tricks. I would recommend that you YouTube that. There are plenty of people out there that do it all the time and they're seamless, but it is something that it's trial and error. It's getting used to it and learning how to do it and where to do it best, but it can be done.
Okay. Cliff also asks, will the skinny tumbler need a special attachment for a mug press?
So from my understanding with skinny tumblers, I have yet to use them. So don't hold me to this until I figure it out and work with it. You should be able to place it within the mug press. If you're doing a full coverage on it, I believe you could press it 4 times using, the method of rotating and moving it around. I don't think that you'll need an extra attachment. You may need the silicone cover that we recommend for the canteens that will allow it to conduct the heat and bring that towards it and hold that water bottle or that skinny tumbler in real tight. So from my understanding, that's how you could do it, or go the option of the convection oven. But without getting my hands on one of them just yet, I don't know. But I will be testing with them, and I'll have more information for you when they arrive.
Okay. Cliff says you owe him some fish.
I guess we do. It seems like it. I'm sure a couple other people out there, we owe some fish too.
Okay. Okay. Kimberly, another one. Sharer.
Lots of Kimberly's today.
Sharer. Hopefully that's right. Says, will you be getting? Hold on, I lost it. Will you be getting the shrink wrap sleeves as well?
That is something that we have. I've kind of mentioned that a couple times in the past. Right before COVID, we were testing convection ovens and shrink wrap, and we have a small sampling in of those. Since I haven't been in the office, we've kind of stopped testing with it and working with it. But it is something that we are looking to advance forward in and start offering the shrink wrap option. So yes, I'm going to say that we will be offering them. I don't know when, but it is definitely in the horizon.
Okay. Lawan, I hope I said that right, says, if you are a beginner for t-shirts, what's the best heat vinyl to use?
Caesar Easyweed, without a doubt. That is going to be your easiest vinyl to work with, to cut, to weed, to print, or to press. So stick with Caesar Easyweed. We have it in the by the sheet, 12-inch, 15-inch, and 20-inch. So definitely lots of options based on whatever cutter you have.
Nice.
And the most colors too, by the way.
Rick says, can you use iron-on vinyl on a coffee mug using a heat press?
I wouldn't recommend it. And the reason being is that heat transfer vinyl is designed for garments. When you put it on a coffee mug, it will either stick and be great, or it's going to fall off. So the longevity of that particular item, since it's not designed for that surface, it's not going to last as long as you might like it to. So I would recommend, if printing onto a coffee mug, if doing any kind of smooth ceramic surface or plastic, I would definitely go with the sign vinyl, because that's what it's designed for. The adhesive sign vinyl is a permanent application and will be just fine on those surfaces.
Nice. Okay. That was the last question.
That was the last one. Wow.
So far.
Oh. I should have made a tally to see how many.
I'm sure people's fingers are typing away there.
Well, as we're kind of rolling in more questions, and our camera goes back on.
Sorry.
We're good?
Yep.
Okay.
Had a down moment.
Please feel free to, you mentioned the skinny tumblers and the shrink wraps. Mention any other item that you wish that we sold that we don't, or you'd like to see more options for. We're always looking on the market for other things to add and include. So please message those in and let us know, so that way we can look into it further for you.
All right. Kimberly Scherer says, can you use the 3G opaque paper for sublimation?
No, 3G opaque is just for your inkjet, standard inkjet printer. So your Epson, your Canon inkjet with those inks, I actually have a 3G opaque right here. That's what you will print for this. When you're working with sublimation inks, then that's when you'd go to the Easy Subli option, but it definitely won't be on the 3G opaque. This is solely for the standard inkjet.
Okay. Cliff says, what do we get for showing up? What's a free gift?
My thanks. Thanks for asking all the questions. It makes it go. Definitely, I mean, everyone has questions, and a lot of things on the website can be confusing, especially when you're starting out and you're just not sure which way to go. It's always best to kind of just get all your questions answered in one spot. So thank you all for participating.
Helen says, what about dog shirts?
You know, we did have some dog shirts. Did we have dogs? You know, we got dog shirts in. and I don't know what happened to them. I know that they were not sized properly.
Definitely not. Our fed dog.
So I will look into that for you. You don't have a paper over there, but we will. I'll roll back the footage and make sure that we look into the dog shirts, because I know we did get them in, but I don't think that they were sized properly for the dogs based on the size of the dog and what could fit on the dog. But I'll look into that for you.
Okay. Remote. Yeah, the girls answered. They didn't fit the dogs properly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I thought that was it. It was a while ago though, then we got them in.
Yes. Ramon asks, do you sell material and clips for lanyards? I make a lot of them and can only find them on Amazon.
Lanyards we have not ventured into, so that's something that we can look into. I know I got a sample of those, so I will take a look for you.
Good. Cliff says the entertainment and knowledge was worth it.
Oh, thank you. Perfect.
Rick says, is there a template when placing a logo onto a polo shirt?
We do have what's called a logo grid and a T-square. Those are all designed to help and assist to get it uniform on each garment. There's also, if you're kind of in the market for something a little bit more advanced, there's the laser alignment system that Hottronics offers. That's a little bit more expensive, but it basically will kind of work with any heat press, and you position it next to the heat press and it will kind of laser light down so that when you place the garment on that bottom pad, it will kind of line up where you need to put that decal. But that's really the only kind of options you have, just additional tools to help you with that placement.
Okay. You might have touched this one already. Bigal says, I'm new at this, so can you tell me what's the best vinyl to use for dry fit t-shirts and the temp?
So dry fit t-shirts most likely stretch. So I would stick with Caesar Easyweed stretch vinyl. That's going to give you that kind of move that you need and that stretch. And Caesar Easyweed stretch is a little bit harder to apply. You do need a bit more pressure than the other vinyls. But once you get used to working with it, it's very easy to use. So just keep that in mind. Heavy pressure is what you need, but it will move with that garment just fine for you.
Okay. Shout out to Stevie from New York City. Okay. Diana says, you may have answered this already, but she missed it. If missed, can you use the mug press and the starter kit for the 17 polymer, or do you need the 3-in-1?
You would need the 3-in-1 because this one is tapered and the 3-in-1 has that tall latte heating element. If you already have or are just looking for that standard mug press, you can get that and buy the tall latte heating element separate. So you don't have to buy the 3-in-1 if you're not ever interested in doing the small latte and just kind of focusing on the taller ones. You can do the mug press and then get that tall latte heating element separate.
Okay.
But just make sure you need the mold to go inside the polymer mug. So always get that mold for those.
Okay. Raymond commented earlier. He said he found the information helpful, but just got back his press back and is just trying to figure out where to restart. Then he says, does Pro World have any help for getting set up online?
To start up your business online, unfortunately, we don't have any kind of connection or outreach for that. We always just kind of recommend seeking out a graphic designer that will assist you with getting your website up and running. But we don't offer any kind of services for that.
But for a low fee. I will take no. Let me stop. Just
Don't
joking.
believe anything he says.
Just joking. I can't do anything for you. I'm sorry. Okay. If there aren't any more questions, that might have been the last one.
Okay.
Possibly, maybe.
Well, I think we have a couple different things to kind of check for and to kind of look into a little bit further. So that's for product wise.
Okay, so just briefly, what do we have on the table here?
What? We have a lot of stuff. Okay, so these are shirts that were printed with your inkjet transfer paper. So this is the one for lights, the Jet Pro. This is the one for darks, the 3G opaque, printed with your standard inkjet printer. My next section is, this is an Easy Subli print. And then this is sublimation on glitter. So this was the option before Easy Subli came out. This was the only way to get sublimation ink on a dark fabric, is by working with glitter. My next set of shirts is vinyl. So this is your Easyweed. And then you can do Easyweed adhesive with foil application. That's what this one is. Can you see them all okay? I feel like you're very far away.
Would you like me to zoom in?
This is a stock transfer. So these are already pre-made and ready to go. And then this is our custom transfer. This is our one color value transfer. So basically the same type of product. So it's a plastisol ink transfer, screen print onto paper, but this one you order your own custom design with. Then we have our Sublimation mugs. These are the new style, the polymer mugs. So they are plastic and don't break. Perfect. And then we've sublimated on these. And then this is our 30-ounce tumbler, which is now on the website as of a few days ago. So this has the new Sparkleberry ink adhesive vinyl on it, along with Caesar PSV vinyl. And as always, face masks, super popular. Right now we have the sublimation, both in adult and kids. And then we have your cotton masks, both in white and black, kids and adult as well. They can, we did it a few weeks ago, the Halloween face mask bundle. That is currently still available and an extreme discount. So 40% off for kids face masks and transfers included. So take a look at that bundle because it's amazing.
Okay. A couple questions. Jump in here.
So now we'll continue.
Yeah. All right. So Robert says, you don't have a lot of space. Is there a heat press that you recommend that has a mug, a hat, and other attachments in one? So the only model that we have that offers those interchangeable options is your higher end Geonite. I believe it's a 14x16 swing away, and that does have plugins to get to your other models. That's the only one that I would recommend for you. Sometimes when you get kind of like the all-in-one sort of models, they don't all perform well on each part. So if you're starting out, definitely get one machinery at a time. I would definitely recommend looking into the 15x15 heat press. And then as you progress your business and, you know, are able to maybe find more space, then I would suggest getting those other units as separate heat presses. So a separate mug press and a separate hat press. That is going to be your best use of your money. It doesn't help on space, but it's your best option. Okay. Helen says, is there a trick to weeding the Easy Subli? She says she tried it and it was a nightmare.
So Easy Subli, the best way to do it is to really figure out your cut settings. That is going to be ideal. I know that on the two cutters that I have, one requires, you know, the cut setting that we show on the website, and one does need modifications to it, more pressure. So kind of just work with your cutter and do a bunch of test cuts, that's going to make weeding it much easier. So take a test sheet, don't have any ink on it, just kind of put it through your cutter, test certain things out and see what will really work for you when you finally do print on it, and then you'll just get a feel for what your cutter settings are best for.
Okay.
Anything else? Should I continue with the rest of my table?
I mean, you can show them what else you got. You can print on.
So we did, this one is our sublimation tote bag. So we printed a sublimation transfer on this one. Also sublimated onto this one as well. This material can accept vinyl. So a lot of our products that we sell for sublimation can also handle vinyl as well. So really kind of look at the sublimation blanks as your vinyl blanks options as well. But these are really great glitter bags. This was just another tote bag that we got, I believe from Alpha Broder, but this is a vinyl application on that. And then this other tote bag also from Alpha Broder, we did a custom screen printed transfer. So that's what this one is here. Rock slates are super, super popular. We have all different styles and kind of looks for the rock slates, all different sizes. This is a sublimation print as well. The tile that I showed earlier, also we sublimated on. These are great for doing sign vinyl as well. So, you know, if you're looking into the tiles, think of vinyl as another option. We have a couple different options for coasters. This is our ceramic coaster, I believe, or our sandstone coaster. I've gone blank, but it comes with a cork backing. So really, really, really nice. This is the standard just hardboard coaster. So no cork backing. This is another one with the cork backing. We have a lot of different coasters on our website. So, you know, definitely take a look at those. We have sandstone, ceramic, the hardboard. And then if anybody remembers a few, gosh, maybe it was a month ago now or more, we did just cork coasters. These we don't sell on the website, but we got these off of Amazon and we put some vinyl on it. So really great option. This was a heat transfer vinyl that we put on the cork coaster. And this is our hardboard sign that we did a few weeks ago as well. A nice glossy finish, sublimated. And then our last little glitter pillow or sequin pillow that we did for sublimation. So that's, and of course I can't forget the heat press because that would be wrong, right? So this is our 15 by 15 Trans Pro style manual heat press. We have a few different versions of the heat press styles, and the select models are the next size up. So that has the pull out drawer. And then we also have a semi-auto select option as well. And I think I am done.
Okay. Quickly, congratulations to Amanda, warehouse assistant manager, who just had her baby today.
Yay, Amanda!
Yay!
Perfect.
Okay. All right, really quick, last two questions that just came in. Zomi, hope I said that right. How do you sublimate on the plastic cups? Is her question.
Well, plastic cups, if we're talking about these cups, these are the polymer cups. They can absolutely be sublimated on using your sublimation ink and paper along with your mug press. Any mug or any plastic mug, if they're not these, you have to just make sure that they're sublimation ready. But take a look. We did this 3 weeks ago, I want to say. So that will walk you through how to do that on our previous Facebook Lives.
Okay. She says, but won't the heat melt the plastic?
For these, no, they're designed for it. So you're going to put an insert There's a mold that you put inside so that it keeps the shape, and then you put it within your mug press, and then it heats your design on it. So these won't melt. These are not designed. Well, they're designed to hold up in the mug press.
All right. Last question. Shauna says, is there a UV spray for slates and metal to keep image from fading in the sun?
You know, we don't sell that kind of spray. And I'm not sure if that kind of spray is out on the market at all. I would probably recommend going to like an art to see if they have any UV coating spray that would work. But we don't personally sell it.
All right. Okay, that is it for our show today.
All right. Well, thank you all for your questions. This was great. We have a lot of things that we can look into for you for the products and the things that we'll be offering. So as always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you here next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.